it's you. Come on in and join us.
It's a good day today. It's our second soap from Abbate La Mantia.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's good to see you. We're so glad you're here. Hit like and subscribe for us. And if you're here during the live premiere, join the chat. There's some cool folks in there who want to say hello. And what's our mention today?
Our mention today has been already broken in a few times, and we are thoroughly enjoying our lovely new Apex from Ellsworth.
Y'all, the aluminum has been released. It's in two colors, either a matte or a black, and there is a choice of plate colors, and this is the electric blue. It is amazing. Y'all, this is giving my Henson a run for its money. What did you think? You just used it.
I have to say, yeah, I was a little nervous only because I'm, training wheels girl from the Henson with the right angle, but I have to say that Apex was wonderful. It was easy to find the angle still. I was a little nervous, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's so light. You almost forget you're holding it, which is kind of crazy.
Right, and the architecture to this, it's just the way the blade sits really low like that. It's just kind of an amazing thing for me. And while it doesn't have the guide that the Henson does to really help you find that 30-degree angle, somehow this cap helps you find it anyway. And I'm not sure the magic in this, but there's magic in this, y'all. So this is the Apex razor from Ellsworth. Go have a look.
Good luck picking what color. It's a little rough, I gotta say.
Yes, and there is a stand, but there it is. Yes,
there's our stand. Alrighty, so what is our soap today?
This is one of my favorite things, is when I'm talking to an artisan about their soaps, and they stop me and they say, by the way, have you tried this one from this other artisan? So we were talking to Zach and Melanie at Moon Soaps, and they said, by the way, y'all, you should try the Abbate La Mantia soaps, and they are amazing. They're from Italy, and we tried Cremiro, which was the Italian biscuit one. Oh, that was Melanie's favorite, and this one is Zach's favorite from Moon Soaps. He suggested we get Garibaldi because he likes the tobaccos. Y'all, the artisans are never going to lead you astray, especially when they're suggesting other artisans that they love.
Right, and you know that their noses, those are like the experts. So to have them have smelled, I'm sure, multiple soaps, and certain ones stand out, it really makes you want to feel like you got to get your nose on it.
And I am a fan of this base because it's so different. It has clay in it, y'all, and it's just the most unique feeling. So rather than beat around the bush any longer, let's meet soap. All right, y'all, this is from the sales page at New England Shaving Company where we found Garibaldi.
Garibaldi shaving soap is a journey by sea to find, quote, the hero of the two worlds.
In order to pay homage to the romantic leader par excellence, Abbate La Mantia has combined the cosmetic principles of the rarest Brazilian oil with an unusual but familiar olfactory accord of marine notes, all brought to sublimation by a spicy note of sapid tobacco from Kentucky. Wow. You got to travel to Italy to get a Kentucky tobacco. And then...
Okay, intriguing. The antibacterial properties of saffron and the massive presence of retinoids in pequi oil make this soap suitable for the beginners as well as the very expert barbers and enthusiasts.
You will feel the salty scent of the wood, the taste of the tobacco on your tongue, and the scent of tropical fruits and nuts coming from the hold. This is a journey that starts with a departure dictated by the opening of the spicy notes of Kentucky's dry leaves and by the salinity perceived wave after wave that activates the mind and makes you dream of distant places.
Pequi oil, like all South American walnut fruits, contains a unique amount of moisturizing elements in terms of both butter and oil. An oily texture is selected to keep as concentrated as possible all the retinoids, or vitamin A, that contained at the core of this prodigious plant.
For more than 7,000 years, saffron has been considered to be the elixir of youth.
Well, okay then. That's their secret weapon, I guess.
That's a sales page.
There
we're talking. Y'all, I'm so excited because I thought this was just going to be a tobacco scent, but there's clearly
hopefully that didn't give away too much, but I'm glad we read that because it really paints a picture.
Oh, y'all, I'm not waiting around here anymore. I need to know what's in this thing. Let's unbox it. All right,
y'all. The last one in the box.
Oh, I almost forgot. This
the
is an
packaging.
unboxing experience.
You get
unlike
two unboxings.
Any unboxing experience, y'all. This is how the Abbate y la Mantia soaps come, and they are just
the presentation.
gorgeous. Now, I was able to save
I forgot
the sticker.
that, yeah.
I saved the sticker, so it comes
Very
with a sealer sticker, and then its own little box. Ready?
And look, there's tons of notes in
There's
English
like notes
and
on
Italian.
the soap and how
Very
to shave,
good.
and then when you open this, there's
And
another
then-
little thing on the ingredients, and then there's your soap, y'all. Look at this! What an unboxing! This is
And it has its own
beautiful.
little cubby going on.
Oh, wow. We even saved the box from the last one.
Jeez
And
Louise.
there it is. It's in a tin. This is one of our only tins. Oh, man, is that
Look
a
at his
classy
jacket is even
presentation
made
or what?
Oh, but
I
like the
know.
bark or the actually leaves, I'm not sure.
I wonder who that dude actually is.
I know. I feel like he's got to be somebody important. I
Right.
don't know.
I mean, I think we might be missing something. I think because it mentions the romantic leader par excellence. So I wonder if that's
Is
who
that him?
is.
I don't know.
He
Or
looks
is
like he
his
could
name
be a romantic
Garibaldi?
leader. He's got kind of a sultry look on his face.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know.
should Google
But
Garibaldi.
this is going to smell like two worlds. I think we've got a tobacco and an aquatic here, perhaps. He also.
I have no idea. The saltiness of the sea, and it's going to be an adventure.
Plus, we love Moon Soap, so anything Moon Soaps loves has got to be good, y'all. Let's have a first impression. Tobacco and Marine Nostrum, Sicilian Sea.
Wow. Straight up Sicily in the house. My goodness.
I'm way too excited. You have got to take this in and let me know
think?
what you're finding. Yeah,
Okay, and
I
I
can't do
am
this
not the tobacco expert here. Not that you technically are. But you've smelled more than I have. But I'm really intrigued to see what I think as, just a general
I
person.
am too.
here.
Like if you smelled a guy wearing this, like what would your impression be, right?
Right?
All right,
Okay,
take it in.
For those that like to see the
Oh, it's a much different color than Cremiro.
All right, let's see.
All right, y'all take it in.
Oh, it's interesting because it is more the dry tobacco. Like I know,
Yeah?
like that color.
Right. It's like the brown cured tobacco that you
It's
get in a
something
pouch,
more.
maybe.
I don't know, but I do smell like a dryness to it, which is fun. And then the salty of the sea.
Do you get the salt?
It adds this fresh air vibe. Like I really do feel like I'm out by the sea.
That's what Zach mentioned. Zach mentioned he liked the Sicilian Sea part of it.
And they live close to the water, and we are straight by the water too.
Right.
So coast-wise, there is a different smell of the salt water that you get.
Yeah, for sure. And hard to recreate, I would think. But have they
Right.
got it in there?
So I get the dry. I actually don't get that it's very dark,
Oh,
if that makes sense.
okay.
And so the fresh air from the sea is helping keep it brighter.
Right. Because tobacco, you typically think dry and spicy, right? But maybe not.
And it's interesting because the other one that we had
Yeah.
was much darker and creamier and sweeter.
Oh.
This is the opposite.
Whoa. So this makes
Drier,
Cremiro on the spicier
yeah.
side.
And this is a drier, cleaner, fresher side.
So I'm
It's
guessing
not,
more aquatic than
it's
the tobacco.
not, but it's not citrusy.
Oh.
It's not that type of aquatic.
How
which
you
we-
do a marine without citrus, y'all? I'm intrigued.
just here to witness because, yes, it is not the typical aquatic scent that you get.
Now, a few times today, they mention the salinity. They mention the salts. Now, how
Right.
is that coming across?
Yeah, it really is. And my brain almost feels like in the past, other artisans have tried to create this with more of like a cedar or something that's like a lighter scent.
Right.
But this, I really can. I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but it's definitely happening. And I can trust Zach because he lives by the water too. Because it's not like a sea salt you want to throw in your mouth. It is literally when you're like, take the ferry to the city from here and you smell that on the way.
Oh,
It's that type of scent.
This could be anything.
Yeah.
I
It
need
is
to
not
erase
something we
everything
have.
I thought this
No,
was.
it is
then and
not
start
something we
over.
have in our den, which
Does
I
it smell like the dude on it?
I'm not getting a person.
What's he doing? Oh, he's holding a razor
Yeah,
on the very
'cause
bottom.
I think that's their little logo. It's
right.
like a straight edge.
All right, here we go, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just be open
be
to the
ignorant
senses
about
here.
this no longer. Here we go.
Do you see what I mean?
What is that?
But do you get what I was trying to say?
What is that? Whoa! Oh, I
Try
love
to
it.
answer your own
I
questions.
love it.
You were just
but
asking me.
Not at all.
No.
What I was expecting. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Right. Hold on.
You know, I sometimes get the tobacco flower. I sometimes get the tobacco leaf. I sometimes
Yep.
get the tobacco plant.
But it's like a drier tobacco.
There is something in the saffron that's giving me a little bit of the illusion of a tiny wisp of the tobacco smoke.
I I could see that.
And
but it's like
that-
a white, clean smoke
Yes,
somehow.
that. And it's keeping it on the clean side. And then that is what I'm sensing with the aquatics to create something like really new. Y'all, we don't know this.
Now hit the salty side, though. Like the fresh ocean something.
This is the first time that I have smelled salt done right. Because every other time that I've smelled a salty note, it's done with sweet. It's done with sweet. And if you know how to cook, sweet and salty are often used to balance out each other. So if something got too sweet, you add salt. If something got too salty, you add sweet, right? This, I don't know how they've done this, but they've brought in the salty without any of the sweets or the citrus. And it is like a for real salty note that goes way beyond what actual salt could do, because you can't smell actual salt.
And it's not the sea salt that you'd put in something. You know, like it is really when you're standing at the ocean.
Right.
That's the salty.
And here's the thing: when this said two worlds, this meant it. Because here's the thing: normally with scent notes, I am just beguiled at how they go together.
Yeah.
In fact, the last one we just reviewed, we said, "Wow, it's amazing how all these scent notes come together to where we don't recognize any of them, and it makes this new scent." Right? But this, hold on, they mentioned two worlds, the hero of two worlds.
There's
I
two worlds.
smell both worlds, and when they come up against each other, they hold firm. So when I smell the salty side, it does not mix with the tobacco
complement
side
each other.
at all. Right? They just come together like bookends, and you can sense both of their individual personalities. This might be the first time in a shaving soap where I'm getting such two different shaving soaps in one. Like, depending on which one I focus on, that's what I can smell. That's outrageous. What do you get?
No, I completely agree. I still am so impressed with, I'm just getting like a creamy white color in my mind.
Right.
Not a heavy smoky color, not a heavy.
No, but I do
like,
get that wisp of tobacco smoke somehow.
I do. But it is not, it's not overpowering.
No, and
When
I
you
think it's
read
done with
tobacco,
saffron. I think it's done with the saffron. So think of a smoky saffron, because they do make that. That is a thing.
Okay,
What if
but
it's a
I'm
slightly
with ya.
smoky saffron, right?
Yeah, it's fun. I know the tobacco they said was from Kentucky, but there is something in this that I still is an international soap
Yeah.
to me. It smells like it
100%.
came from somewhere I haven't been.
Right. And I love that this is not all that sweet. On a scale of 1 to 10 of like, very dry to very sweet, 3 maybe?
Yeah, it's much more on the dry side.
But I love how that's working, because it's using the charming parts of those other notes to come together to stand in for what a sweet would do. Because throwing in a bunch of sugar is a really kind of easy way to charm something up, I would think. But this is bringing in that charm without a sweetness.
And again, it's almost like a lighter tobacco. It's not what you normally would think of when, at least so what we've had so far for tobacco scents.
Right.
They are the darker, spicier, a little heavier, more fall loaded.
Yep.
This is almost more that spring, summer, winter, fall. Like it could be any time. It's really not set in.
Absolutely. And as far as these two different teams go, I think it's time we pick sides. Let's look at the scent notes. All right, so from the sales page at New England Shaving Company, this is the description we read before. We're going to pick out the scent notes. So it starts with Brazilian oil and an olfactory accord of marine notes. So that's the one side. That's the salty.
Right.
And I just love that they didn't do it with sweet. I love they didn't do it with citrus. It's just
don't know how,
sea salt, but like amplified.
And that it must be part of whatever that Brazilian oil is.
Right,
There's something in it that really helps bring those together.
And then the other side, sapid tobacco from Kentucky. And then saffron and pecky oil.
Pecky.
Let's do this. Pecky oil. You'll feel the salty scent of the wood. Yes, absolutely. The taste of the tobacco on your tongue. And I think that's why I sense smoke, because when you taste tobacco, you're not eating it, you're smoking it.
Right.
And so you get a little bit of that smokiness.
And the wood to me almost puts me on like a ship. I know it's saying the tale between two worlds, but there's something like I was thinking of like the wood of a ship somehow.
And then here's a clue. Pecky oil, like all South American walnut fruits. There it is. You smell the walnut oil. That's on the woody side. That's on team number 1, right? That's on the shirts, not skins. And there is a coffee oil in this, if you read down a little bit, but I don't know how much of that scent comes through,
Right.
but I get a tiny wisp of it.
Yeah, but it adds, again, somehow it stays in that more rich zone. It doesn't get as dark
Right.
as you'd assume, at least just even from the colors of this, you know?
And then saffron is considered to be the elixir of youth. Well, that's probably why it's so expensive, but
Right.
yes.
I mean,
wow.
I hate to mess up this pour, but we should probably lather
You're
to
right.
see
And
if
boy,
those potent notes come
I
out a
think
little more.
saffron is really kind of coming into its own because Baccarat 540.
Right,
like
this is big this year.
Oh!
Super soft.
Wow.
Careful, please. Don't stab
You
it.
are evil Knievel if you load this in the tub, y'all,
Wow.
because this is a soft soap and this has been sitting on the piano for 6 months.
They do have a little sticker on the bottom and the side label that they have on all of their little goodies, which is nice.
Heartbroken bougie spray.
We promise we'll get a new one eventually, but for now, it's
And
fine.
this is our brush from the wet shaving store. Thank you, Andy. This is a great brush. It's got a lovely backbone. This is the smaller of the KUN bowls, but just between you and me, I like the feel of the smaller one in my hand. And even though I have the bigger one,
Right.
I think I might be venturing over there when I have a few
We
extra
maybe get a
dollars
new
in
one
my
from-
pocket and pick this one up.
The other problem is trying to pick which color
Because there's like 12 that are gorgeous.
right, and you can't decide. So between the two of us, we each have one. So now we have to
Oh,
decide.
you know what? I love that this is a drier smell. I love that there is zero sweet about this, and yet there is a world of stuff going on.
Yeah, I can smell that from here. Like
Right?
that is waking up whatever you're doing.
Almost a mahogany note.
Yeah,
it's
I can
just
see that.
gorgeous, y'all.
That's a good
All
way
right,
to
so
put
what
it.
are you getting? What are you getting?
Okay, let's see. Now that we've woken things up here.
Right.
Yeah, it's fun. It really makes me feel like I'm somewhere different and new.
And you know what? Let's do this. You will only see this here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the international comparative whiff.
The
Ladies and gentlemen.
international
On 3. 1,
edition.
2. Whoa,
They're not too
yeah.
far apart. This
No,
one does
they're
have
not.
a little bit more, the things that aren't listed, I feel like are coming out.
Ah.
Or whatever's dancing in between. There's something
Right.
that's coming out.
That has been fully animated, y'all.
Yes.
And yes, I am just beguiled that the cleverness in the tobacco and the marine note are standing in for the sweet. Because normally, if a shave soap isn't a little bit sweet, I'm a little bit by it.
That's
but not
true.
this
I
one.
do have to say.
Not this one. Zero sweet.
Right.
But I am really charmed by it. And I'm wondering how they did that. Because I still don't think I'm really getting to the heart of this. It is the saffron, but I don't think it's the tobacco. I don't think the tobacco is the
Like
star of
something-
this.
yeah.
I think this is more a saffron and a maritime scent. I think the tobacco is just for there's a guy on the dock over there with a cigar. I think that's what it is.
And I'm starting to get more of that woodsy side. And
Yes.
even like the walnut fruit thing. I don't know
Right.
how much that's in there, but
100%.
I can get that, the darkness in there a little,
Right.
but dark isn't the right word. It's still like a dry, rustic kind of vibe.
Yes, and there is a personality here to discover, y'all. So I think we need to go all the way down to Sicily. Sicilian Sea, it says that on it. So, y'all, I don't know if we've had a more masculine scent than this. What do you think?
Interesting. I still am getting a place.
Yeah?
So I mean, not that I would totally run and rock this, but I do have to say, I mean, it is for sure masculine, but it's taking me more to a location.
Right.
Like or an
100%.
adventure or something that's happening.
Right.
So I actually was thinking, like, when would you use this? Like, are you putting a suit on? Are you going to church?
Right.
Are you hanging out with the Sopranos? Like, I don't know.
And we were on our walk the other day. We were talking concepts. So I want you to put something in the comment for us because I think we have identified that the aftershaves and the soaps sort of can be divided among two teams for us. The team one is almost like a signature scent so that when you're wearing it, it's just a part of you. It blends in. You almost don't notice it unless you're looking for it. And it just becomes an extension of your personality, much like the before mentioned Baccarat Rouge 540 kind of does, right? But I think there are scents that are designed to help you escape. Designed to help you spend the day a little bit in this world and a little bit in an imaginary one.
Transportive.
Because there are scents that for me don't add to your personality. They sort of, fool your senses into thinking that you're spending the day somewhere more fun than you are spending the day. So for me, when I have a soap like this, it's not about this being an extension of my personality. It's about this reminding me that maybe today I'm in Italy.
Right.
Maybe today I am on a small boat off the coast of Sicily and I am trying to vaguely see the bottom of the boot in the distance. And I'm looking forward to a plate of pasta when I get back. And every time I smell it, it's going to remind me this doesn't smell smell like you. This smells like somewhere fun where you're going to spend today. And that is what this does.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And that's why when you asked, I'm like, I forgot this could even be a person because it just immediately took me somewhere. And having that salty air, it just adds either the sense of adventure, like being on a boat somewhere, or being somewhere new, escaping and just looking out at the ocean. There's nothing to stress about. It's not the rush and craziness of life. You're just enjoying the view. There's something about that to it.
And I love the fact that this is such a divergence from everything else in our cabinet. I mean, we do have some. We shot one today that was about 50% the same as another one, and we got to look for the little differences, the little nooks and crannies. Yo, this
completely different.
Completely different. This is like waking up on the moon. And yet the reason I love those scents is because they are so different. They just totally broaden your horizons as far as what this world could be. Because I wouldn't even know if I smelled this, I would be like, this belongs in a shave soap.
Right.
But once I make this connection, I'm like, oh, I totally get it.
Right.
This is just meant to take me there for the day.
Trying to find soaps because there are so many out there.
Right.
It was very awesome that Zach even pointed us in the direction of this because we hadn't even really seen it to know. And some of these international ones, it's hard to really find which ones you'd want to pick because they are a little pricier with some of the shipping. So to make that call of like, all right, we're going to try them. Let's find one that we like. I'm really glad we pulled the trigger.
And we are a little careful on price. We are on a budget. These were on sale for $29 at New England Shave Company, and they're now for just over $30.
Right, as of today.
Wanted to try because we have seen these much more expensive at a couple of other places. But this is different. So if you are new to the hobby, this is not going to be in any lane that you know so far.
Nope.
But this might be super fun for you because it is so different and because it does take you to a room. And I can smell the age in it. I can smell the tradition and the generations
like the journeys
that have been in this place before or on this ship before. Yeah, so it's super enjoyable and super different from what you might have tried before. And
I'm curious if anyone in our chats has ever heard of this one or seen it go by or had something similar or been to Sicily maybe. I don't know.
So it's pretty easy. Picture it. Sicily, 1945. You're raising a family, but someday you're going to emigrate to the United States and maybe break camp at a little nursing home in Miami called Shady Pines. Well, you're going to get into a little bit of trouble, and your daughter Dorothy is going to come save you just about the time you start unpacking in your new little room, and Rose comes in to tell you a story. You just got your own! So, head over to newenglandshaving.com where you'll find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. Garibaldi, a fantastic shave, a fantastic soap. Probably in our whole collection, one of the least like what I was expecting, because I was expecting a heavy tobacco. Y'all, this is a heavy sea salt. This is on the deck of a ship off of Sicily. And then there's some tobacco. A fantastic shave. I think there's a little bit of like a clay or something gritty in the base of this soap that my razor really likes grabbing onto. And the scent hung on for a while, y'all. Thank you for this. Am I blue?
Welcome to Messages. So our friend Craig from Opus Brush sent us both of these brushes so that we could have a giveaway for you.
Yes, you get your choice. The other one we're going to give away on an Instagram Live at the end of the summer. So all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is to send an email here to wesetyou@thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you and be one of our subscribers here on YouTube. Check out Opus Brush on Instagram and check back here on July 3rd to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Little mahogany.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Nope.
Tell me I'm wrong.
If
The
not,
mahogany
it's darn
of the ship.
close, I gotta say.
Oh, a little salt and a little wisp of tobacco smoke at the very end. The saffron.
Right? I really have to say, I wish our grandpas were alive that could smell this because I really am curious what someone from that age group would think of this sophisticated, of a crazy interpretation of a scent of tobacco and sea salt.
Right. And you know, when I sent a couple of samples of some soaps to my dad, he was like, they smell kind of perfumey. This might be the kind of thing he's more looking for,
and
right?
one of my grandpas grandpas were like on the sea all the time. Like, I wonder if they get that air.
Actual wood spice, actual tobacco spice without needing to sweeten it up, right?
Right. It's not a grandpa's scent, but I'm just curious what they would think of it.
It's got a youthfulness to it, but I could definitely see it on your grandpa for sure.
Like, I feel like they would enjoy, some of the ones we do are kind of silly and different. Like, I feel like I was trying to be like, here, grandpa, smell this. I think he'd actually really enjoy, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. Like if I was, hey, Dad, cotton candy, he'd be like, no. But this is just a whole different world.
It is.
Ooh, I'm loving how different this is.
And we're past 200 soaps in. I gotta say, we are still being surprised.
Socks off at how different some of these soaps are. It just makes me so excited for our next adventure.
I know. Thanks for hitting this one our way, Zach. We'll definitely have to ask you about some more.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.